All right, here we are again for week 3 of the garden update for the tomatoes and peppers. It is May 19th, and this is the third video. With the midnight snack cherry tomatoes. I don't think any of them are actually ripe just yet, but they're moving along. The back row there is the Norwood Meiners. And here we have some Tulsi basil, and that is a Pasilla pepper. Actually bought that one at the store. Got some lettuce leaf basil, or maybe mammoth basil. And then that is a kind of a habanero type chili, but it's supposed to be milder than a full habanero, but not like a habanada. We've got a Verona, and if you look in there, there's one that's getting close to being ready. I think that's also a Verona. See, this is the Atomic Sunset. Decent number of flowers. Don't really see any fruit yet. Federle, that's a paste type tomato back there. Actually, it was kind of looking a little puny on the top, but I'm sure it'll do okay. And then this is the pink Oxheart, coming along nicely. The stem on that thing is huge. Let's see, we've got some mixed basil here. These are my large type jalapenos. I had a Craig's Grande here, which the day after I planted it, something came and topped it. I don't know if it was a bird or if it was a chipmunk or something, but I thought I had only planted one of those seeds, but I hadn't. I had a second one, but I forgot about it, so I went and bought this thing, which is supposed to be a, quote, mammoth jalapeno. And then I found my second Craig's Grande, which is right there, and hopefully they'll all do well. They're probably planted to do closely together, as with all of my plants, but I've got a small garden. I'm trying to maximize it. Let's see, here we've got my Black Magic jalapenos. Those are looking beautiful. Honestly, I'm really pretty happy with that. And then these tomatoes on both sides of it, kind of behind it in the middle row, my Persuasion from Brad Gates. This is super chili. I didn't have any small type chili pepper seed, and so I went and got a 6-pack of these things, and I've got 3 of them there. And then if I turn around, you'll see I've got a few other things over here. So I've got 3 of them in the middle there. And then those are cowhorn peppers, which are also right next here. Next to some more basil. And my 2 Amethyst Jewel tomato plants are looking great. They're in front of a triple crop, which I need to add another trellis thing for it to climb, but this thing is looking awesome. Even though I am in the south and potato leaf type plants don't generally do great down here, this is looking good. It's probably just because it's so early in the season, but hopefully I'll get a good harvest out of that. Solar Flare is one I'm looking forward to. Also need to add a second line for that one to grow. Let's see. There's the cowhorn peppers again. They're looking pretty good. Both of those cowhorns and the super chilies were really kind of yellow looking plants when I got them, but they're turning nicely green. And these are Poblanos. Actually, no, that's a Actually, that's a Poblano as well that I bought, because these Poblanos, I planted a bunch of Poblano seeds, 2 different kinds, and when I had them growing in the grow tent, they were looking kind of sickly, so I didn't know if they would survive, but it looks like they did pretty well. But I went ahead and got that thing just to be, oh, actually, this one here, just to be sure that I had some Poblanos, because I really enjoy them and cooking and stuffing them. Here's the Black Sea Man tomato. That thing, this truss right here, had over 18 flowers on it. So I cut it back to, I don't know, like 6 or 8, but it looks like it's producing pretty well. And there's tons more flowers as well, so that one's looking pretty good. And that is kind of growing into the Brad's Atomic Grape, which is back there. This also is a Brad's Atomic Grape, and those are kind of catty corner. This thing I think was supposed to be a Black Sea Man, but the vegetation looks different and the flowers look different, so I'm thinking that'll be a surprise. So then we've got Dark Galaxy back there, and you know, honestly, this thing here that I just called a surprise may end up being that, but we'll see. But it's looking pretty healthy. Got a few flowers on it. I don't see any fruit just yet, but I'm trying to keep that thing pruned back. It's got all kinds of suckers, but I've been working on it, but man, tons of vegetation. And here we've got a couple of Cosmos plants, both of those flanking that marigold. And here we've got kind of the sweet pepper section. I think these from that little one there, here, and on down are all sweet peppers of various sorts, mostly Italian sweet peppers, like that's a lipstick pepper, and there's Aura and Glow, and this is a Carmen F1, and those plants are looking really good. I always wonder if I should take those first flowers off just to have it focus on getting a little bit bigger so I get a better harvest of actual peppers. And then I don't know what that sickly little thing is there. I think that's a lipstick, but I'm not positive on it. But it's still kind of making it. Let's see. Back there is a mystery tomato. That one may be, I had a couple of tomatoes that I overwintered, and one of them had a leader shoot break off, and I just stuck it in some soil and it rooted, and that may be what that is, but hard to say. And over here we have sun gold, and if you look there, you will see not the first sun gold that this is ripening, because I already ate the first 2 earlier today. They were tangy and delicious. So I'm looking forward to more production there. More of these sweet peppers. That's Glow right there. I think that might be Blot, which is a kind of a bell pepper type. Got some cilantro there and there. Some more of that mammoth basil, which is actually looking pretty good. I actually snipped the top off of that and kind of took some leaves off of it last week, but it's looking good. Then we've got blue boar berries right there. Squeezed in another sun gold here. I planted a few seeds of sun gold, and man, they just went crazy. Every one of those sprouted, and I ended up giving away like 7 or 8 plants of sun gold. That is a San Marzano, looking really good. I'll be pruning the leaves of these up to several inches off the ground at some point. Here's my bastion of sunflowers, which I'm not planning on thinning, but at least not right now, but at some point I'm sure I will, because Some of these are huge, some of them are tiny. I can't tell which is which. I don't want to get rid of any of them. We've got different kinds of coneflower here, here, and here, along with some, actually that is Shasta Daisy. This one, that one, that one, and this is supposed to be like a Goliath Shasta Daisy. What is that called? Becky. The thing is supposed to get huge. These other ones I grew from seed. That is just kind of a regular, no, actually it says Magnus, but it's already putting off a early bloom there, so looking forward to some color in the garden. Got a little bit of oregano and more oregano. This is kind of a deeper, almost reddish coneflower. Got some thyme and rosemary and sage, and I think that's winter savory or chervil, I'm not sure. That is gosh, I want to say marjoram that the dog ran over. I'm trying to save it. It's actually looking a little bit better than it did yesterday. Over here we've got some tomato cages I put up, not actually in the pots, because I mainly put them up there because the dog was pulling the pots down and going through it. He has discovered that he likes tomatoes, and this thing has a number of little tomatoes on there, but none of them are ripened yet. This is 2 mystery tomatoes. I'm not sure exactly what they are, but they're looking really healthy. I think they're going to be a larger type though because of the size of those flowers. They're huge. There are a couple of overwintered jalapenos. Actually, if you look up in there, they're not exactly loaded down, but kind of loaded down. But I want to get them all red because I'd like to smoke them, make my own smoked chipotles out of those things. And here's another jalapeno that's looking a little droopy right now. Need to probably get that guy some water. Looking better up there, but man, down there it's looking rough. Look at that. Look at that, looking any sadder, but look at all those little jalapenos in there. There is a ton of them. So if we can keep that thing alive, we will be rolling in jalapenos. And over here we've got, again, I think that's another lipstick pepper plant, and then just another, I don't think that's another Verona, although I'm not entirely sure on that. And I think that's about it. Hope you're having a great day. Let me know what you think.